guys, welcome back to Jessie Lifestyle at Home. We're back in the bathroom. I'm so sorry that I left you guys hanging last video, which was a couple weeks ago, to be honest. We left for Mexico. We had a fabulous time. We did jet skis, we got massages, we slept in. We had fun as, you know, a couple versus mom and dad. But we're back. We jumped right back on into it. We're still not done, as you can see. But hopefully you'll enjoy this video, and you know, thank you so much for continuing on this crazy long journey of redoing my primary bathroom. And this is about where we left off in the previous video. I had finished laying the floor tile. It looks fabulous, if I do say so myself. And I went with the color biscuit in this like sandy color that will match the tiles for some reason, and all the lighting, it just looks gray in here. Everything ends up looking gray. I don't know if that will like remedy itself when we don't have the gray walls anymore, and the true colors will come out. But I have to tell you, this was exhausting. I did roughly 2 rows of tile. I went and grouted it, and by the time I was done with the end of the tile, it was time to go back with the wet sponge and wipe everything down. My genius husband decided to give me a little dolly. One bucket held the grout color and the other bucket held clean water and a sponge, and then he would refresh my water. He's not so great on his hands and knees anymore. Like his knees really hurt him and his back really hurts him. So I don't mind doing these types of DIY. See, I even ended up throwing the pad away just because it was quicker to just walk on it. I mean, it does hurt my knees, but it does not hurt me as bad as, you know, it hurts him. So I don't mind, you know, grouting and walking around on my hands and knees on the floor like this. This actually went really, really quick because of the dolly. Like, it was nice to just push it along as we go. But I would just do 2 rows at a time. And then I had also bought this microfiber cloth. So after I had washed the grout away, I would go back with the microfiber cloth over top of it dry, and it kind of helped with the, you know, not getting as much like haze on the tiles. So here is how it looked when it was all done. We then worked on the tile bench, and then we jumped over to the toilet room so we could get that done in the toilet back. So this is how the powder room tile turned out. Not bad. Still showing more gray than white. We need a new light switch cover. I'm peeling all the wallpaper off because it was kind of peeling up. So I'm going to peel all of that off. We're going to put a trim piece up here. Sorry, the fan. Put a trim piece up above the tile. And I think I'm going to paint it white and maybe put some box molding up there just for a little bit of detail in here. I started pulling the wallpaper off on that side as well. So of course it looks like a mess, but here is the tile in the powder room. I really like it. It's going to be so much easier to clean. I don't love how it looks gray compared to the tan of the floor, but it is what it is. I have to let go of control. So this is why I'm crashing out. The tile is white. As you can see here, this is a smaller sample of the tile, and then I'll show you it again in more natural light. The tile is white, but for some reason it is casting so gray, and it's driving me absolutely crazy because the floor is a sandy tan, and it just kind of clashes in my mind. So I even was trying to convince my husband, once we got all of the tile in, like once we got it in the room, it looked really gray, and I was like, can we please change it? And he said, absolutely not. It is 22 boxes of tile. This is what we're doing. So I have to get over myself, and hopefully at the end of the day, when everything is completely installed and the walls are painted white and we have better lighting in here, it'll show more white than gray. but to me, it looks gray. And the whole thing was I didn't want any gray because my whole house has been millennial gray. And I was trying to move away from that. And I ended up with gray anyway. So it is what it is. I'm just going to have to deal with it because, you know, my husband went and picked up 22 boxes of tile. And he was not going to be returning 22 boxes of tile. And he was not going to be dealing with my craziness. So we just moved on and we started with the installation. And this took forever because we wanted to make sure we had a good foundation. So you'll see me wiping away the top, having the little level. We're using leveling clips. We installed the bench first and let that dry and fully cure before we started on the wall above it. And, you know, we measured out all of the seams. We have a little vibrating tool. My husband is back buttering the tiles for me. And I am just making sure everything is installed correctly, level, plumb, all of the things. Like, we really are taking our time to do it. So it takes us 3 or 4 hours to do one wall. That's not even a joke. It's taking us forever to do this because we just don't want to make a mistake and we don't want, you know, we just want it to be perfect. So it's taking us absolutely forever to do this. This is sped up crazy amount so that, you know, you guys don't get bored. But yeah, it took us one day to do the bench and the powder room. It took us another day to do the rest of this wall right here. And this was easy cuts. There was no like round holes or odd cuts to make. This was pretty easy, and it still took us 3 or 4 hours to get it done. And then it took us another day to do another wall. Like, it's just taking a really, really long time. And I know if we hired a professional, that's why the professionals get the big bucks, y'all, because they can do it fast, efficiently, and make it look gorgeous, where we're second guessing and doubting ourselves the entire time. So the little vibration tool is supposed to help collapse the ridges that I made with the thin set and help with that suction. It's really good to use on large format tiles. So we bought one and we use it. And you see the little blue thing right there? That is also a little suction cup thing, and it helps position the tiles where you need it to be. The leveling clips are amazing. We bought a big old box on Amazon and they've been a lifesaver. But yeah, we bought a ton of equipment to make sure that we do a good-ish professional job. And I am really happy. I wasn't, okay, so I'm not totally happy with the cuts at the top of this row right here, but that's because the ceiling is kind of not level. The tiles are level, the bench is level, everything's level. The ceiling is not level. So we were at the end of the night. Our thin set was at its last legs. Like, this was it. We would have to make a new batch of thin set if we recut the tile. So you can see right here, this tile was a little bit shorter than the other tile, even though it's literally the same. He's measuring because I was yelling like, what is going on? Even though it was the same as the other one before it, like the ceiling is wavy. So we just went with it and we're going to figure it out. And I might just have to feather the ceiling out a little bit because this was driving me absolutely crazy that there was a gap at the top after all the measuring, all the, you know, perfection that we were trying to reach, and the ceiling was killing us. But this is the next day. This was one of the harder cuts to figure out because we were going over the curb. And I really wanted my husband to do 45s. I really didn't want to use the Schluter edging. But for some reason, every time we tried to cut a 45, our tile was chipping so bad. And I don't know if it's because it's the glossy tile. I don't know if we had the wrong blade. I don't know what was going on. But in the end, we just decided to use the Schluter edging and we're just going to go with it. That's the lesson of like DIY, is sometimes you need to pivot from what you envisioned. I'm not saying that the Schluter edge is bad, like the tile edging is bad or anything. It just wasn't the look that I wanted to go for. But that's what we ended up using, and I ended up loving it. I think it looks really nice and clean. And it was by accepting that we were going to use the Schluter edge allowed us to just move on and get this wall tiled. Maybe it's worth And again, we are working very, very hard to make sure this first row is perfection. If your first row is not perfection, the rest is going to just go crazy. And we wanted that second tile that we applied to the top of this first row to meet up the same grout line as the tiles on top of the bench. So we made these tiles the same height as the top of the bench, so it would all flow for us perfectly. Everything, all the grout lines would meet up, everything would be measured perfectly. Like it, again, it took us a very, very long time to make sure everything was perfect for us.
It's right in front of me, a different energy. Try out a different play, won't let it waste away. I got it, feel the adrenaline when I step out on my own. I try to see it like medicine, I feel it in my soul. I can't go, can nothing stop me, no give up, no, I know I won't. It's already emotional.
And right here, all the planning was worth it because everything did meet up and it just looked really, really nice. I know once we grout everything is just going to look so like clean and the lines are going to just be perfect and I'm just going to be so happy. But the journey to get to this point was super frustrating. Meanwhile, we have Malcolm running around playing with the blue tape. He blue taped my entire kitchen, down the hallway, everything, because we were just like, go ahead and play. I'm also taking breaks in between rows because my husband was doing the cutting, and then I would run out to the kitchen and I was roasting a whole chicken and planning a whole like meal for everyone, me, Malcolm, and my husband. The older kids had to work and they're at their own houses and everything, but I was also trying to cook and mom and be a tile installer. So trying to juggle it all and make sure that we're giving enough attention to Malcolm, also like giving enough attention to detail to what we're doing. It was definitely the reason why we only get like one wall done in a day. These are 9.5 foot ceilings, and so I had to get out the big boy 6 foot ladder. So I don't like heights to begin with, so I was a little bit like wobbly on the ladder. It was a little crazy, annoying, scary. The tiles are heavy. We're at the end of like a long day of tiling, and I was just kind of over it by the end. Okay, here is the second wall finished. What a mess. We're trying to protect the floor as much as we can, but we still have this entire wall to do, inside of the niche, outside of the wall, running around, and here is the mess that is the rest of the bathroom. Here is the mess that is the rest of the bathroom. This is all of our bathroom stuff. This is where my husband's been cutting tiles with the score and snap. Yeah, we have cabinets coming soon. He still has to finish the electrical. I have to work on drywall, and I really would love to get this primed before we install cabinets. That way I'm not, you know, slinging white paint over freshly installed cabinets. That would be ideal. But yeah, this place is basically a mess. I would love you guys to give me an estimate on how much longer you think this is going to take, because I feel like this is the longest renovation ever.